Gora team! Welcome back to Season 4, DayZ 1.23. And despite what I said at the end of the last one, I'm bringing you in almost exactly where I left off. And it's raining. Another one of those raining skies again. I tried my best in the hallway to try and make another door that was separate from this door, and I just couldn't make it work. And I tried a couple of times in a couple of different ways, and then the only other place would be out in the actual corridor, and then there's issues with climbing over the roof, as we've said before, and this and that. And so at the end of the day, I opted for the rather simple solution of building a second gate exactly back to back with this gate, and there's just no way you're getting through it. So there you go. So it's double thickness, 2 locks, adds an extra layer of security, which is about as much as I can do right now. But I'm happy. I'm happy that is a nice, neat solution for this problem right now. And when I get back from going to get my gear from around Lukau, then we can look at possibly making the base a little bit bigger in terms of closing off the top section and closing off the bottom section, and doing all the stuff that we said we were going to do in Tarnow with decoys and etc, etc. So there you go. But that requires me to keep an eye out for 4-code locks on the way, which is fine. I don't mind keeping an eye out for 4-code locks on the way, and some wire. Need some wire. Probably need some barbed wire. Might not need barbed wire, but I definitely need wire. Definitely need 4-code locks. So there you go. I feel happier now. I feel happy. I'm not happy about the rain, but I'm happy about the base. Right. Oh, you dirtbag. I was just leaving Sitnik, and that guy just snuck up on me. And I just turned around in time to see him shoot me. So there you go. Well, there you are. So we're off to a start again on 1.23. But at least we have a base in Sitnik. So, and at least I know where my gear is. So lost some things, but there you go. Off to another start. Well, welcome to Season 4. Right, well, this is an interesting place to start. And there's a chicken. Look. What the hell is it? Like I said, these chickens got harder to catch. This is ridiculous. Oh man, I give up. I'm gonna get a tool. Surely there must be something to hit it with. I could hit it with a set of working boots? Don't think so. Where'd it go? Better. Got it. Got one chicken. Right. That's ridiculous. Sabotka. There you go. Sabotka, Sabotka, Sabotka. Well, that's not too bad. Not in great condition. What's that? U70? What have I got? Got a U70. Pretty much settled with what I want here. It would be nice if we could find a water bottle. If we could find a water bottle, and I mean, ideally a sharpening stone would be awesome. And then we'll head east. Wow, a sea chest. I've not seen one of them in ages. Blimey. I'm glad they still exist. I was beginning to doubt my brain. Right, it's a Sabotka sea chest. How cool is that? Anyway, I want more water. What was that? Get out of here! You're kidding me! I was just thinking to myself, you know, I'm gonna miss my crossbow, and you're effing kidding me! Pristine crossbow! Oh man! You have made my day. I got rid of my chicken feathers because I'm like, nah, what do you need chicken feathers for? Awesome. I mean, oh, fabulous. Can't believe it. Oh man! If I get killed now, I'm going to get real unhappy. Good, we're good. Yeah, because the train sometimes spawns along here, or you do get a train spawn, I should say. I'm pretty sure that's the bridge. Yep, that's the river. So we're going to follow this. This is going to take us east from Sabaka, and we're going to head out to Tarnow Military, and we're going to stop into Tarnow Military and see if we can't get like a better bag, a better jacket, a better pair of pants, that kind of thing. They won't really have anything in the way of better weapons. They might have better knives, might have better boots, stuff like that. That's probably my favorite for better gear at this stage. And Zed on the roof, fiddling, and then we'll probably check out the situation. We'll probably have to head back to Lukau to get our gear, but my issue is that we had the big backpack, and unless we get a bigger backpack, how much gear can we realistically carry? That is the question. There's barrels everywhere. More food. Another sea chest! This is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. Where'd that guy on the roof go? I mean, to be fair, we can still make bolts, so maybe I should just do that now. They're just not as accurate. They're more accurate with feathers, but it would probably be better to have them than not have them. So let's do that. Kura team, welcome back. As you can see, I'm reasonably well kitted out. I've got a combat backpack. I've also got myself a vest, a tactical shirt, some combat pants. So I'm looking okay volume wise. Field vest, tactical shirt, combat backpack, combat pants, and padded gloves. So I'm gonna go get my stuff. Particularly I want my KA, really, because until I get a long rifle, that's sort of my long rifle, and obviously my VSS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that stuff and pick that stuff up, and then I will travel back across country. Probably more or less the same, actually. Oh, I wanted to try and get to, if I ran across a map, that would be good, because I'd like to go to maybe Krasnik. I'd like to maybe have a look at the military in Krasnik. But that's it, really. That's probably the only thing that I'm really sort of thinking I'd want to see. Obviously, Tarnow, Graben, they'd probably be useful places to go. I didn't get a water bottle or any kind of canteen or anything there, or down here. There has been a server restart. I don't know if that really means anything. I think and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that the server loot system works is it runs a check. The central economy runs a check on everything that exists currently on the server in stashes and with the potentiality of being placed, because I don't think everything is placed all of the time, and depends where people are, and it makes a count of those numbers, and what is in the numbers it then works out and it says, oh, we need more of this or more of that, and it adds more in, depending on how many is in the algorithm to be added at a single time. It might be one, it might be two, it might be four. So my understanding is that's what it does. So while I think there's a server restart is not like saying everything suddenly gets replaced that was lost or used up. It doesn't, I believe, work like that. But I'm not sure exactly how many times an hour the central loot economy makes that check, as it were. So, oh, where's that? I really want that there, and I really want that pipe down there. Oh, it changed because I got a new thing, didn't it? Oh, and I found some evidence of players, and they'd thoughtfully left me behind some feathers. So I managed to get some feathers up and running on my bolts. I think it's quite busy at the minute because, like I said, I think a lot of people have just come in to check out the changes, and as a consequence, there's an awful lot of freshies around. So it seems to be quite busy up at the top of the map. That's my thinking anyway. I'm seeing lots of evidence up here of new players, and I know of at least someone that I know who's just recently joined in as well. So yeah, I think it's and this is what happens, they bring in a new update, they bring in a new weapon, they bring in some new features, and a whole load of old players come back, and they're like, oh yeah, let's do this and let's do that, and they cause havoc, because they do. Anywho, there you go. So yeah, I'm going to try not to get killed if I can help it. I mean, we're off to a pretty good start. I still haven't even cooked that chicken yet. I found so much food, I still haven't cooked that chicken. I need to find a shovel or a hoe. That's what I do need to find. If we're going to dig up our stash, we're going to need a shovel or a hoe. And that would be that. Not barbed wire. So anyway, I will carry on with this, and I'll see you when we get to our stash. Kia ora, team. I'm up in the woods. I finally had to cook some food. I also found a cow, so I'm making the most of the food I've got. They've done something strange to the sound of cooking meat. It sounds like this now. Which is odd. It's the same for the steak. I didn't mind the last sound. I don't know, is this meant to be an improvement? It's kind of weird. It sounds like a sausage possibly bursting and dribbling, and then when it's done, you don't really get anything. So I'm not a fan of that. I am not a fan of that. That's going down as one of those changes that did not need to happen, in my opinion. The sound of cooking meat on the campfire was fine. Now it sounds very strange. So yeah, very odd. So there you are. There's a little tip if you're building a fire. If you build it right under here, the smoke just gets stuck under there, and people won't see the light anyway. So there you go, hiding yourself a little fire. Anyway, cook myself some food. I'm a bit hot. See, welcome back. Look at this. This is dramatic. They did mention they were getting the Milky Way in. Look at that moon, full moon. This is good. I mean, this has got to be one of the best simulated night skies in a game, hasn't it? I mean, that's pretty intense. And I understand, and like I've said, I think the constellations are all accurate. I mean, I know nothing about constellations, really. And I live in the southern hemisphere, so you've got all kinds of weird northern hemisphere things. So, yeah, I don't know, but look at that. Isn't that good? I mean, that is good. Anyway, carry on, if I can find my direction in the dark. Man, I tell you, this took some finding. This took some finding. Right. Let us get rid of that shotgun, because it's absolutely no good to me whatsoever. This, however, is very much of a lot of use to me whatsoever. And that pistol. I don't need the pistol. Thank you very much. Not my brand of homeware. Thank you. I did know I had a cooking pot. I thought I had a cooking pot. I didn't seem to be able. Anyway, and I'm gonna need that, and I'm gonna need that, and I'm gonna need that, and the rest of it, I honestly don't care about. So, blimey, there you go. That was a bit of an effort finding this place, but I did find it, and we do know where we are, so that's all good. What I would like to do now, if I just sit here in the trees for a little bit, what I would like to do now is I'd love to show you a map, but I don't have one. Don't have one. I've got stuff. I do have stuff. I don't need that. It's got no flight on it. I've cooked all that food. I need to probably eat by now. So we got a gear. So that's a start. Pardon me. That's an absolute start that we got our gear. I'm very happy about that because we've now got a weapon which is halfway decent, to be honest. We spent a bit of time on this one. So there you go. I think, did we put the battery in the VSS? We did. Let's take it out because while I do like the VSS, yeah, I don't have any ammo for it really. I think there's one in the chamber, and that's it. So I need to take that off. You can go back, replace, get my scope, get the battery, put the battery in that one, put that on, and the scope. There you go. Ready to rock and roller, huh? So we got a weapon. We picked up a vest in Tarnow. I picked up a patrol jacket in one of the bunkers around here. We've now got a set of combat pants as well, and we've got a combat backpack, and we've got one of these new OKZK caps, which is great, and we've got some of these padded gloves, which is great, and we've got this, which is great, and we've got some food, ammo, and can openers, and knives, and extra sets of gloves, which probably don't need now. Plenty of food, cookery. I don't think you can't combine lighters, can you? I mean, that would be a crazy thing to do. Yeah, didn't think so. I think we just need one. Thank you very much. Sharpening stone for our knives, and we've got this, which has got it's even got more food in it, and bandages and things. So we're did I just put the bandages somewhere? You can just let's put that in the cooking pot. So yeah, we're good to go. So back to the base is where we want to go. And what we might do is, now that we're feeling a little bit more kitted, we shall go through Tarnow town and Graben town, which is what I was intending to do anyway, and check out if some base building has been forthcoming, I guess. Whether people have been base building. This is a firing range. Yeah. So we're going to do that, but there you go. We got our way over here alive. We didn't get killed by anybody. We've seen a number of evidence of people about, you know, dropped gear and strange things in strange places. No dead Zeds, so not so close as to be right on someone's heels. When I was out one evening on the way over here cooking meat, there was some gunshots in the distance. that's probably the closest that I've gotten to someone since it came this way. So yeah, so that's that. So we sorted ourselves out, we've got what we need to do, and we know how to get to where we want to get to. So let's go there, and yeah. I guess what I'll do is, because it's going to be a bit of a journey, so I guess what I'll do is I'll call it wraps on this one, for now, and diddly squat, and I will probably call you back in and do maybe like a couple of time lapses or something like that when I get to Tarnow and going through Graben, unless anything magical or tragical happens in the interim, and then hopefully we'll get back to Sitnik and double check on our base. The guy or girl that shot me was looked like a solo. I got a very brief look at them. I heard a noise. I was surrounded by Zeds. There was a lot of Zeds around, so you can, you hear their footsteps and shuffling and everything. And there was a chicken, and it was rustling things. And I was trying to sneak around to get to the chicken. You remember discussing the chicken, and I heard a noise, like a funny noise. It must have been him shouldering his weapon or something. And I turned around, and literally as I turned, I got shot. And I got a sort of a glimpse of them as I fell backwards and died. And they just seemed to be, hunter-esque. They didn't seem like fully kitted military or anything. So I only had, what did I have, 3 grenades on me anyway. So I don't think they had enough to destroy my base, given that I put 2 doors on it. But they may have friends with bigger guns or something, With this having been a map wipe but not a character wipe, a lot of people will have probably done what I did, which is they will have logged off with a crate in their hands, fully geared up with everything they could possibly carry, including munitions like explosives and grenades. So there's every possibility that teams of people spawned in with, a whole crate of grenades, because grenades don't take up a lot of space. What is it, like 3, 4, maybe? So who knows? Anyway, such is life. It'd be a bit of a bummer, but I mean that's the trial, isn't it? That was I could have built the base a little bit more out of the way. I wanted to build one that was going to be a little bit closer to the action, and them's the breaks. So there you go. So anyway, I hope you're liking it. I hope you're liking the sky. Check that moon out. Did you see that moon? I mean, that was pretty good. It got a little bit weird towards the end of the night. It started flickering and like it was a neon moon. Which was, I guess it is what it is. It's not perfect yet. They're still ironing out the tweaks and stuff. So there's a few visual glitches and whatnot and bits and pieces and stuff. So that's that. But it's still great. There's still enough variability in the sky that it doesn't feel like it's a problem. And I said, if you stare at it too long, it's obvious what it is. It's a static picture that's moving, but as opposed to clouds that are growing and shrinking and disappearing and then growing and shrinking and disappearing again, which is what clouds do in real world. But for what it is and for what we're getting, I can't help but feel that it's awesome. Is that a cow? Trailer, maybe. Yeah, so I hope you're liking it. I hope you're finding it interesting. Season 4, again, hey ho, shaky start. Well, look at us. I mean, we lost some things, but not a lot, really. I mean, a bit of time. I've come back here. I've lost my Tundra, but I'm sure I'll pick up another Tundra. I mean, I ran across a bunch of them while I was running around. Oh, we've got our assault weapon. We've got our stealth weapon, if we can get some ammo for it, and a magazine for it. And by which I mean the VSS, not the crossbow. And we've got our crossbow, which is an absolute legend when it comes to socking around and taking out infected. And I would say, since the changes to the suppressor sounds being much louder in terms of what players can hear, I definitely prefer the crossbow from that perspective, because I don't think players can hear it nearly as much as like the suppressed guns. I mean, even the VSS is loud, man. It seems loud when you fire it. I know it's suppressed and all, but it still seems awfully loud. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. I ramble on regardless. Drop us a like. Hang in there. You know, this is all part of the game. Subscribe. Click the bell notification for when these videos come out. I'm trying to get them out as regularly and frequently as I can. Like I said, obviously, a lot of this stuff running around takes hours to do. You've got to transit a long distance while keeping your wits about you, because you can quite easily stumble into something, or if you're not paying attention, get shot, apparently. So I hear. So yeah, it all takes time, but I'm trying to get it out. In amongst the facts that I'm trying to do 2 other series as well, which may be a bit much, to be honest. But I have to juggle those things as well, you know, and everything else. I have a real job. This doesn't pay for my expensive new headset that I bought to try and sort out the audio issues that it was having. So, you know, there you go. Thought I heard something. Anyway, do drop us a like, do subscribe. Do feel free to leave any comments. Even just a thumbs up would be great. Anything, you're doing well. You know, hey mate, you should try this. Whatever the story is. I get lots of good comments from people, and I nearly always act on them one way or another. As long as you're not telling me to jump off a cliff. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now. PlayStation